Welcome to The Lounge, the Her Lounge that is, where we share laughter, life experiences, and heart-to-heart dialogue. I am Lynn.
I'm Juna.
I'm Paulette.
I'm Quincy.
And we are
your four best new girlfriends.
Hey, you guys.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey. Lounge. Welcome to The Lounge. Happy Thursday. Oh, I'm so tired of them two over there. Happy Thursday, we're going to just switch y'all seats.
Right.
Now, y'all too old to be getting assigned seats. But that's what's about to happen. So we've been to talk about something that I think is very pivotal, and I think it's something that people probably a lot of people are really experiencing right now. Juna and I was chit-chatting a little bit before we started recording, and her and I both was like, we're right here right now. Navigating seasons of transition. I am definitely in a season of transition. And so even on my way here today, just some things and just feeling like in some ways the weight of the world is on me. I got so much responsibility. And I felt the enemy trying to cause me to crush under that. But I stood up in my faith. I literally was like, nope, I'm not finna let you do this. I know, I'm standing in faith. I'm believing, and that's huge because I don't always respond that way. And I'm not afraid to say that I don't always respond that way. Sometimes I'll be in a low place and I'll have to pull myself out. Now, I'm much better because I used to be in them places for months, then for weeks, then for multiple days. But now it may be hours.
Right.
So that's tremendous growth. And so I felt the enemy just trying to make me buckle, under the pressures. And I was like, nope, not going to do that. I know you got me. I just kept pushing through, on my way. So I know I'm in a season of transition. What exactly I'm transitioning to, I really don't even know. But I know that I'm being prepared for something because I've been with God long enough to know what preparation feels like. So, and with preparation with God hurts.
Yeah.
Preparation with God is hard. Preparation with God is difficult. You know what I'm saying? And so, it is. And so, preparation, which is really promotion, doesn't look the same in the spirit as it do in the natural. And so, I'm like, I know I'm paying for something. Yes. Because this has just been a tough season. Not that I'm sad or anything like that, because I've maintained my joy, but it has been a lot. It has been a lot to navigate, a lot to, work through, a lot of betrayal. And so, I'm navigating a season of transition. So I'm right there. So Quincy, who is our resident, Juna?
Statistician.
Let's try to get numbers. Quincy is our resident
statistician.
Give us our stats.
Okay.
And then expound on it too, especially if you're in a season. Because I feel like everybody at the table may be in a season of transition. So Quincy, speak on it.
Okay. So, again, AI overview is my source. For this.
He is just...
Okay, stop, Paulette. I'm trying to be serious. So, seasons of transition refer to a period of change both in the natural world and in the human experience, where one state or condition shifts to another. Some of the stats that I was able to find was there was a study done in 2021 by Pew Research Study found that 53% of adults who experienced a major life change reported questioning their life's purpose during their transition. Wow. And then a 2020 study done by Psychological Science found that 61% of individuals reported stronger purpose clarity up to 2 years after a major life disruption than before. I was listening to Priscilla Shira. Shearer, that's it. I knew it
might be Shire.
Yeah, on my way.
I'm not sure.
And she was talking about navigating seasons of transition. And she said that her mom always told her that a woman's life is beautiful because of transition. And one of the biggest mistakes that we make is resisting transition because we're so married to the season that we're in and how it looks. And that we fight against the wind that's actually promoting us, like you just said, into the next wave. And I have to say, I was reading something, I think somebody had posted the other day and said, I'll be happy when I get through this little phase that I'm in. And you commented and said it's growth. Man, I cried like a baby because that thing, I am definitely in a season transition, and this is probably one of the hardest ones. That's how I know that it's gonna take me to where I need. Well, the Lord said I need to be, but I'm like, Lord, is that really where I want to be?
Right.
And most of the time, that is the thing. It's the fight between where I'm comfortable and where I know He's saying that, or even what's bubbling in me. Like, I know that there's more, but do I want to go through the process of getting there? And transition is painful. It has been for me. Very painful. And it actually has revealed so much about me. That has been the most painful, is that I was so blind to myself, and there was so much that I didn't give grace to others on, that now I need that grace. And so it's been painful, because I think I've lived, although a very loving to me life, I can be very judgmental.
Wow.
I can be very cut off. I can be, a lot of that. And it's like, God, it's like I'm breaking all of that up in this season. That's why it's hurting so bad, because you've lived with it so long that it's familiar. Like,
Oh, that's good.
And actually, sometimes we get caught in the comfort of what's familiar, that I would rather stay there than actually go to where I know I'm destined to go. And so, yeah, it's been rough. I've been trying to fight against the winds of it. But what I realize is that it's time. It's actually overdue for me to release some things that are really connected to me being able to close some chapters and actually go to the next level. So, yeah, it's been painful. It really has been.
Wow.
But like you said, I've realized that I'm more resilient than I thought I was, because I just keep bouncing back just daily. And I'm still laughing, and I'm still, with stuff like this would just cause me to just shut down. That ain't me no more. Like, I know who I am. And what I don't know, I'm going to keep speaking until my brain catch up. Like, I'm big on confessions now. All the stuff that I was scared to say about myself. No, we going to keep saying it till you get it. And so,
That's so good.
Yeah, that's where I am now. I'm done before I get emotional.
Good. Paulette, from a counseling perspective, what feelings are triggered when we're in seasons of transition? And when we are in seasons of transition, does that also need to be seasons of therapy?
I think whenever you're in a season of transition, there's always a level of uncertainty and fear, because it's the unknown. Like, you don't know what's on the other end of the season that you're going through. And like when I look at God, why is this emotional? I know.
Come on, friend.
When I look, I could do it.
Because I don't want it to jump on Juna, then jump on me.
But when I look at the season that I'm in now, I'm in 2 seasons of transition. This one with my mom, and the other one of finishing. I'll talk about the one with the doctorate degree. Like, I have been battling imposter syndrome since I've graduated.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a feeling of inadequacy. There's a feeling of, I don't know, almost like I'm not worthy. There's a feeling of I should be doing more. And I think it's because for 7 years, my life was consumed
by that doctorate degree.
By this doctorate degree. And now I'm done. And it's so crazy because my dissertation chair talked about how, like, for 7 years you're concentrated on this one thing, and then in a 2-hour ceremony it's over, and you're like, what now?
Yeah.
What now? You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'll start working on something, and then I'll stop. And then I'll be like, okay, let me pick it back up. And I think it's because I'm like, is this what you're supposed to be doing? Maybe you should be doing something else. Maybe you should be over here. Maybe, And so it has really been hard because like nobody around me has a doctorate degree. So nobody understands fully what I'm going through. You know, it's like, dang, like I hate that. Like even when I talk to Lynn and she's talking about, you know, the things as a pastor, like there's only so much I can feel because at the end of the day, I'm not a pastor.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean that like I can't connect. It just means that like I can only give but so much.
Limited, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, you know, God was like, duh, like you have some friends that are doctors. And so in talking to them, you know, they were like, yeah, like what you feel is what we all felt the same way. You just like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do I do? You know, should I publish my dissertation? Should I write some more? What should I be doing? You know? And so that's why the other day, you know, I was just like, I need a me. I need a me in my life. Because if I had a me in my life, this season of transition, I think it would have been so much smoother.
Really?
I don't think I would have shut down. Like, it's many days that I'll shut down. You know, like I'll be going, but inside, like come on. It's
Why is your voice inside?
Because inside, like, you know, I'm not dying, but like
It
I
was
am.
inside that I cried. It was inside that I cried.
Yes.
No, what is it? Lonesome, some goodbye. Okay.
So, you know, and just that. And
But why are you trying not to cry?
because
You tired of yourself.
I'm tired. Friend, I feel you. I want to cuss so bad. Oh, but I don't know the
Why
FAA
are you holding
regulations.
the tears back like it's okay to cry?
It's okay to cry.
Because I mean, you're gonna have a headache.
What I say, I'm walking around like come on.
Hold it in, like just cry. Like that don't make you no punk.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, but what
It's
I need you to
cathartic.
understand is that I have been crying. That's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
basically,
I'm tired.
I'm tired of
I'm tired of crying.
That's what I said. Are you tired of yourself?
You know what I'm saying? And even like this season of going through, you know, perimenopause. Like I was telling, like I'm not sleeping. Like if I sleep, I'll sleep for like an hour or 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And then
And
like
it's hard
yeah.
doing that and trying to face a full day of
yeah,
work.
you know
and
what I'm
people
saying?
and-
And now I'm working now because I got a new principal, and you know, actually working. You know what I'm saying?
Principal.
I mean, morning duty, afternoon duty, in between duty. You know, I got to sit in the lunchroom now. You know, it's just so much. So much. So just navigating so many seasons at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was one season, you know, I'd be like, okay, but it's just so
much at
It's
once.
multiple
It
seasons.
is, you know. And
It's
my
summer,
mom,
winter,
I'm living
spring,
with my
and
mom,
fall
and
of
it's
your
just
life.
a lot. It's just a lot.
Quincy, you better get her.
I feel you. Jesus.
Look at RJ stretching his hand towards you. Come on, RJ, baby. God got you in the room for a reason.
That's right.
Oh, this guy got tears in my eyes. Oh.
But yeah, so yes.
So
definitely.
do you need counseling?
Hell yeah! No, I
Yeah.
I
Get
do.
free.
I do.
Then you said
I
the
do.
therapist is seeing you.
Yeah, right. But it's hard to find somebody that
You need to get somebody that don't know you.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
When you get
And-
somebody that don't know you, you don't have to show up as you.
Yeah.
right, and that's been a problem. Like I've looked, but you know I haven't, you know, felt the vibe of anybody. Like, oh, okay, you know what? Let me,
Yeah.
you know, because I need somebody that's gonna be like, get up. You know what I'm saying? Like I text.
But
some-
it may be you think that's what you need, and that may not even be what you need. Because you telling yourself that.
right, and I ain't getting up. But see, I maybe
Maybe you need somebody that's telling you something different.
And I ain't getting up.
I feel because see, I don't have. I guess sometimes if you have somebody that hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, you don't want to hear their mouth.
And I bet you, let me say this, the whole entire time you talking, there's somebody somewhere that knows we're friends that's like, Lance, none of that to
Yep.
you. And guess what? When I'll tell you, I'm sitting over here and there's no defense that I need to have. So whoever's I'm telling you, I know it like I know my name, Andrea Lynn Gates.
They not
There's
really best
somebody
friends.
saying, Lynn, don't do that. Listen. Yeah.
But I think we do that for each other, but it just be like, I mean, okay. You know, like last night I was like, Lynn, do your little exercise for your neck. You was like, you
And
getting
I
on
still
me.
didn't do it.
Still ain't do it. So it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It just,
When I go in there and they be like, what you been doing, Miss Gates? And one thing about it, I ain't gonna lie.
nothing.
I was like, nah.
Neck just is
They was like,
crooked.
nothing. I was like, Not a thing, baby. Come on.
my God.
Come on
Come on,
now.
come
Quit
on,
all
Juna.
this chatting and come on when
Right.
they be trying to talk to me at the therapy. Come on, baby.
Just
Get
come
to
on
this
and
neck.
crick this neck. Come on, Juna, what about you? Season of transition.
Now, don't you go to
No,
him and her.
No,
you can him and her. I got you.
yeah. For me,
I got you.
season of transition it's this transition that I'm in now is I feel grace and mercy that I did not feel before.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so this transition, even though it's similar to what I've experienced before, I've not experienced this level of peace that I
Is
have.
it because you're different?
I think so. I really think that's what it is, and that I really am listening now as opposed to popping off and running off at the mouth. I'm really listening for guidance because
That's so
the
good.
the different part of me is that I found out I don't know everything. And that I don't
Say that
have,
one more time. I don't think the people in the back.
I found out that I don't know everything and I don't have all the answers and that I'm not always right. And there are some instances where I am wrong and I need to own that. And
Wow.
in owning that,
That is
my
so good.
responsibility in the transition that I am in has opened me up to say, okay, so now God, what's your plan? What's your plan? Okay, so
'Cause I don't have one.
I don't have one. But I'm okay, even though I don't have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, I needed the answer. I needed to know.
That's a faith walk
I
when you don't have all the details. It's not faith if you got all the details. So you on a faith walk.
literally, and I don't feel the pressure of having to figure it out.
Now that's good. That's freedom right there. Because I think that's what bears a lot of us down.
That
Is
causes
that
anxiety.
trying to figure it out part.
Trying to figure it out. And I think in getting us, I think even when we talk about like the biggest transition that we all experienced, like within the last 5-10 years, was COVID, right? Yeah. So we're looking at, and we all experienced it at the same time. Well, the biggest issue with it is that nothing like that had ever happened before. So whereas in other situations when companies would have a leg up or organizations or whoever is in the know would have a leg up on what's expected or what's anticipated, nobody had any idea whatsoever as to what. And so we are all trying to navigate this.
At the same time.
At the same time. And we went from being outside to being confined to the panic room and can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Like one day we outside. The next day we confined to the panic room. Can't get out. Nobody. And we people were dying. We were seeing people one day, they were fine one day, dead the next. Like that was traumatic.
Yep.
And even now, I think there are still side effects
Oh, we don't
Yes,
even
we have not
realize what it really done to us.
Yes.
And to me, it really, really tripled mental illness
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because everybody can't function stuck in a house. Now me, it was the light of my life. I was just fun because I love it, but I didn't even realize what it had done to me, even though I'm a homebody. You know what I'm saying? I came out of COVID with anxiety. I ain't never had anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when I was in my other marriage, child, I just felt a little touch of it then. I didn't really even have a language for it then because I was so young. But I came out of COVID with anxiety.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until I was like, what is this? My heart was racing and having heart palpitations and stuff like that. And I was like, what is this? And it dawned on me. I think I heard Bishop say it, that when he came out of COVID, he realized that he had anxiety. He had never had that. I realized the same thing. And I don't think we really understand what that did to us. I don't think we really understand that.
And
you
it
know?
was like, it was like we had
What
no
it did to our
choice.
children,
Right, but
our
we had no-
churches.
right?
Yes.
And we had no choice but to adapt. Like you know how sometimes, like, adapt or die. Like you know how extreme that is. There is no in between.
That's really what it was. Adapt or die.
Or die.
That's huge.
You either adapt or you die. But in my season of transition, this particular season that I am in, what the Lord is revealing to me is that I abhor pain. I am fearful and I hate pain. And I have navigated my life in a way where I don't have to, where I don't.
And there's only some things only pain can produce. Like a baby. Like a vision.
Wait a minute, because now you about to make this tight.
I got tight again.
Because the Lord told me that was the reason why I never wanted children. I just didn't understand why.
Wow.
I thought it was because of, I'm chasing this, I'm doing this all the time. But the Lord told me that, no, that's what you told yourself.
Ooh, that's so good.
That's what you told yourself.
That is
But
so
the root
good.
of it is that you have an extreme hatred and an extreme fear, both of them to the same degree, of pain.
Any kind of pain.
Any kind of
Emotional, physical.
pain. And that's also why.
Dang, that's good.
That's also why.
So let me.
Not
good,
it's
but I'm talking about the
rising.
discovery of it.
Well, that's also why, because I told you in this season, God has shown me a lot about me, like revealing a lot about me, and it's necessary because, as you said, preparation is promotion, and so there is something greater that I need to deal with this.
That he has to prepare you to have the capacity for it.
And so let me finish. You got some on your heart, but I'm give me just a second. But in that, in those learning about those discoveries, like I'm having to experience pain and sit in it.
Ooh, the sitting in it.
Having to sit.
Look at the counseling, Paulette.
Having to sit in it, and it's been.
It was good for me that I've been afflicted. You're going to come out of this so much better. There'll be a totally different version of you. Not only will you have to reintroduce yourself to the world, you have to reintroduce yourself to you. Because you're going to discover things about you, in you, that you didn't even know was there in this season.
Yeah. And I'm just, but even with everything that's going on, I am in the eye of the storm. Woo! All I heard with chaos around, I still choose.
It shall not come nigh my dwelling. I should only behold it with mine eyes. Psalm 91. I shall only behold it with mine eyes, but it shall not come now. It shall not touch me.
And all of this,
You all
through
right?
all of this, the Lord is saying, through all of this, the Lord has been saying, shut your mouth. You need to study. You talk too much. You need to study.
Thessalonians, to be quiet.
You need to study. Be quiet. You don't have to defend yourself all the time. You don't have to be right all the time. You don't have to have all the answers. Shut your mouth. And let this pain
Man, that's so mature.
make you
Break you.
wait a minute.
Break you to make you.
Break you. Because there is a breaking that's happening. There is a breaking.
Paulette, you better get Quincy.
There is
About to
there
do
is
a
a
lap.
breaking that's happening. That is very.
It's so for your good, though.
That is. I was just about to say that is so graceful. I feel God in it all. Even with everything, the turmoil, the chaos, everything, I still see God in it. Whereas before, when I was going through it, all I could see was my anger. All I could see was my frustration. All I could see was how wrong I had been done. But even in this one, I still see God. And this time, I'm not in the driver's seat. I ain't even in the passenger seat. I'm in the back seat with my seatbelt on, behind the driver, and say, God, do your thing.
That's so good.
Do your thing.
Oh, that's so good.
So I have a question. So you're saying that you avoided pain
In every,
how did that affect how you showed up in friendships and relationships?
I would only show up to the degree to where I did not have to deal with, if I experienced pain, I did not try to mend it.
you just moved on.
I just moved on. Because I did not ever want to experience that hurt, that type of hurt again. Yeah. Because it's not that I was unfamiliar with it. You know what I mean? I felt pain before. I just didn't like the way it felt. I just didn't like it. It didn't. No, I don't want. I hate the way that feels.
So when you would get in a sticky situation in friendship, you would just bail out. So do you think there are any conversations that you need to have?
But that's part of the work that's been happening.
Okay.
Which I
that's
believe has
powerful.
led me to here.
That's powerful.
Because I have had those conversations, those hard conversations with about 2 or 3 individuals.
That's so
And what I'm also discovering is that God is revealing to me about the judgment seat that I place myself in. And the we're all called to judge, but then there is a judgment that we should not be applying to people. And what God is showing me is that I am dealing with that which I've judged harshly.
Ooh.
I'm there too, Juna.
Oh.
And when
that's
you
good.
judge it harshly, be prepared to become what you've judged.
Come on.
And
Come on.
Like the mirror right here.
right. And so what I'm discovering is that
Better get her. She ain't no good.
But in these
None.
moments, when these revelations come, I don't just take it, because remember the last time we talked about strengths and weaknesses, and how I mentioned that I'm a lifelong learner, but that was also my weakness. All I was doing was learning. I wasn't given opportunities to actually apply. And in this season, I am learning the importance of application.
You're learning wisdom.
Come on.
Wisdom is the
Wisdom is the
proper
it's the principal
application
thing.
of knowledge.
Right. And the Lord spoke, and I know I've been running a long time. The Lord,
You ain't tired yet?
the thing is that the biggest thing that the Lord showed me is that when you got to be careful about talking so much, because that's the characteristic of a fool.
That's Proverbs right there.
Ooh,
That's Proverbs.
that is the key characteristic of a fool.
One who talks too much and doesn't listen.
You're doing all this talking. You doing all this talking, and but here's the deal. Framing your conversation in a way that demonstrates the fear of God and a profound respect for his precepts should be how we speak, right? But that's also the beginning of wisdom.
That's so good.
And I'm going to tell you this, you are going to be absolutely blown away at the friendships, new friendships that you're going to have. You're going to be blown away by the type of people that they are, and because you're different now. Yeah. And what might have repelled them is now going to compel them. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be such a genuineness, and not that your other friends, let me say this because I don't want them, so what you trying to say about me? I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about these new people that are coming. It's going to be such a genuineness and authenticity about it that it's going to be mind blowing. It is. Yeah, I'm just going to say that. So be open.
Well,
Be very open, because these when you the breaking, you're gonna have to have some support.
Yeah.
You know, and it's going to be people who don't know the old Juna, who can't say, well, remember when, but you used to be, it's going to be like fresh.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So they don't have anything to, I can't even articulate it, but they don't have anything
They don't
to
have a
compare
reference.
to. They don't have a reference.
yeah.
The
have a
only
reference.
reference they have is
the
to the broken and what comes out of this brokenness.
Yeah.
That's going to be their reference.
So
Yeah.
good.
Well, one of the hardest things and I think that's why, like, everything y'all saying is hitting home. For me in this season of transition has been giving myself the grace to become, because becoming means failure. Like, and my whole life I have resisted failure to the point where I would not do anything that I knew I wouldn't be successful at, because I didn't want to disappoint. I have not wanted to disappoint my family, the people I love. I don't want to disappoint you, so I will do what I know I can be successful at. But outside of that, I'm not doing it unless I know I'm going to be at the top. And so becoming what God has called me to be is causing me to go through failure, and I'm falling and I'm making mistakes, and giving myself that grace is hard, because how do you give yourself grace to mess up when your whole life has been to be straight and narrow? Don't mess up. Don't make nobody look bad. Stay on the straight and narrow. But now I'm like, in order to become, I gotta fall. And that means I gotta let the fear not rule me. Because it has ruled my life.
Me too.
Fear of actually it working, because there comes accountability. I have run from positions that I could be in, because even though under these people I'm still operating as the leader, I would rather do the work than get paid for it, because now I'm accountable for it. So many positions I've been in, I become what they aren't. But I will not take responsibility for that, because that means you're going to expect that from me the next day. And I don't want you to expect that from me. And so I've been a runner.
Oh, but that
I
also,
am a runner.
Yeah, that also speaks to that fear of failure. That's
Yes.
what that is.
Yes.
But some of my greatest lessons have come from some of my biggest failures.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think having talk about, and I know I'm finna get all in you, like, first of all, I didn't want to say nothing, but talk about the exams.
Right.
Okay. And like, my thing is like, well, tell the story, and then I'm going to tell you how I think. Go ahead. And then I'm going to tell you. Tell about the exams.
So I was taking my praxis, and the first time I took it without studying, and I made a 150. Well, I was told that I needed, for the program that I want to get in, I needed a 175. So I studied the next time. Now, did I study to where I know I like to study? I'm not going to say that. But I did do some investment in studying. And it came up to a 165. So I was still.
Which is a huge jump.
Huge jump.
And okay, stop. And I said, give yourself a pat on the back for that. Did I not? I said, because that's a huge gain. And so, and I'm going to let you finish telling the rest of the story. I think when you have a failure, any failure, if you have someone in your corner like, okay, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Then it's still a failure, but I don't dwell in the failure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's when you don't have anybody that I think that's when the failure, you sit in that thing.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that we give failure credit when it ain't failure. Wow. Sometimes we call a lesson failure.
Mm. Right.
Just because some don't work don't almost always mean it failed. You know what I'm saying?
You had to go through it.
You had to go through it to get to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think then that would mean Jesus failed when he went through Samaria. Because for years I taught that going through Samaria was the long way around. For years I taught that. That's not true. Once I researched that, that's not true. That is not true. Okay? So, Samaria was only because there was somebody in Samaria that was pulling on his spirit that made it necessary for him to go. Mm-hmm. So we could say that was a failure if we wanted to say that, because it delayed him to where he was supposed to be going. Mm-hmm. We could say, oh, that's a failure. No, some stops are necessary. Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's good.
So
that's good.
It's a lesson.
Right.
So I think we need to stop giving failure so much credit.
And say lesson.
And say it's a lesson.
So
now, there are some things it's a failure.
Right.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Because even that teaches us something.
Right.
But sometimes I don't think we need to mark it as a failure. I think we need to mark it as a lesson.
Which is also a matter of changing your mindset on how you look at something. And so go ahead. So you got the 165. Now go ahead.
Okay. And then I found out that they did not look at all of my records, and that the GPA that I received with my bachelor's was high enough for me to not have to have a 175. All I needed was a 167. But it's the paying for this.
Right.
Because the first time I had the wrong date. I forgot.
Right.
I forgot. I had so much going on, I skipped the date. Then the second time I paid, I made the 150. Then the third time I paid, I made a 165. So now knowing that I'm just 2 points away, it's like, how could you have not? But I felt more defeated this last time, but because I'm allowing myself to learn the lesson instead of saying a failure, I have more peace. I will say
that's
that.
That's what people need to hear. Say that right there.
I have more peace because I'm actually, I've delayed so much that I'm so far behind on because of that. Mm-hmm. It feels better actually doing it and not exactly getting it all right than just sitting back having the ideas.
I was just fin to tell you to stop and celebrate better, because the old you would have never tried 3 times.
Never.
That's what I want you. The folks need to hear that. Say that right there. That's what the folks need to hear. That I'm doing it.
How about that?
As I'm learning
And I
a
showed
lesson,
back
I'm
up
doing
again when it didn't work. And I showed back up again when it
When
didn't
it didn't
work.
work.
And the next
I'ma
time
show
I
up
take it,
again.
I'm going to bust it wide open. I'm going to get that 167.
Period.
Probably
That's-
more. You probably
Probably,
gonna
yeah.
higher than that.
Yeah, that's what people need to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, okay, I did not pass the test, but you know what? There was a time when I wouldn't even took the test.
So true.
Then there was a time when I would have took the test, failed it, and would have never took it again, and would have been like, okay, you know what? I'm
I'm
gonna go.
done.
I'm
done.
gonna work at T-Mobile. I'm gonna
Done.
work at T-Mobile.
Right,
You
I'm
know, I mean,
done.
for real.
I'm
just gonna work at Piggly Wiggly and just bag
Yeah.
groceries. So like, I'm not finna do this. You know what
But
I'm
I
saying?
can't.
So that's what you celebrate.
Yeah.
So that's where the lesson is. The lesson is, how can I look at this and see the benefit of it?
Yeah.
How can I see my growth even in this thing that didn't work for me, but now I'm looking at it different. And you know what? I'm much stronger than I really think I am.
Absolutely.
That's what the folk need to hear. That's why I want you to tell you a little story.
Not live.
That was big. You know, I'm gonna kind of say this and probably end with this one is, some transitions come and you have to accept that your life will never be the same. And I know that we all have experienced that in some way or another. And you, of course, the biggest thing that I can think of that speaks to that type of transition is losing somebody that you love. And I tell people that when you grieve, it's not just grieving a person, but you're grieving a future, all right, that you had planned. You know what I'm saying? You're grieving plans.
Yes.
You're grieving so many different things. So, you know, you're not just grieving the person. You're grieving the life that you planned with them. Because everything is different. Not just the absence of the person, but even how you move, what you do, you know, how your life is. It's just totally different. You know, I was telling Paulette a couple of days ago, I was like, you know, all the things that I have going on. And I was like, I remember a time that I could be managing all of this, but one thing I never had to worry about was my household. Now I have to manage all this, and I got to worry about my house. Not worry, but carry my household as well, when that was never something I had to worry about. You know, I could do this church stuff and rip and run and do all of that because I never had to worry about home. You know, even when Sean passed, like, I didn't know what my mortgage was. I didn't know how much power was. I didn't know how much none of that stuff was. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And so having to switch back to, you know, not that I had never lived like that, you know, because prior to, you know, I was doing it all and carrying everything. But then when I met him, I didn't have to do that anymore. And so, you know, after 10, 12 years of not having to do that, and then, you know, having to get myself back in the flow. I mean, I had to get me a little notebook and write out bills and days, and I hadn't done that in so long. You know what I'm saying? And realizing that it's never the same. You know, my life will never be the same. And not that, you know, God won't ever send somebody that, you know, treats me, you know, even better or greater than that. But it's just realizing that it's not the same, that I have to handle. I remember the first time I went and took my car and got an oil change. I remember walking out of the place and going back to the car, and I just bust out and started crying. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, I did it. You know, it was a joy and a sadness all at the same time. It was and I ain't never did that before, but I had just become so accustomed to not worrying about stuff like that. And I'm telling you, one thing that it does, that type of transition forever changes you. S.Y. Younger was preaching a message, and I saw somebody share a clip. And on the clip, he kept saying, "You are not the same person." And he was like, you have got to sit in the fact that you're not the same person since your mama died. You're not the same person since you lost your father. You're not the same person. He was just saying, he was like, and that's what you got to understand. And I'm not. I'm not the same person. I'm not. You know, it's the truth. Even when I'm dibbling-dabbling in dating, anything that feels hard, I'm checking out. Because I don't have the capacity for it. I don't have the capacity for nothing difficult.
Right.
I just don't. And that don't mean if I get with somebody, we got seasons that I can't navigate. I'm talking about in the birth part, in the beginning of it,
Genesis.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I just don't have it. I just be like, okay, I'm done because I don't have it. I'm in a different season of my life and I don't need added stress to my life. Even though I have a whole lot going on, and this is another thing, kind of like what Paulette was saying, I'm in several seasons at once. It's what we don't understand is two things can be going on at the same time. As much as I do have a lot going on, I also have a peacefulness in my life.
Yeah.
That I don't want to be interrupted.
Yeah.
Like if you can't come to my life and add to my life, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I just don't have the capacity. I got too much to do. I'm talking about a month ago because I got some things that I'm doing and I'm sitting down and I'm paying things, but I'm also paying things that because of something that I'm planning. And by the time I got to the end of it, I had spent out 10 grand in a month span taking care of things. I don't want to hear what you're doing. I just was responsible for, and I mean some people responsible for more than that. I'm just talking about just home. Yes. I ain't even navigated church and all of that in it. Just home and some other things that I, planning, personal things. 10 grand. And you talking about what you doing?
Hey.
The level of responsibility that I carry, and that's just one thing that I manage. That ain't the other things. The level of responsibility that I carry, I just don't have the capacity for mediocre and average. I just don't. That ain't saying that I think I'm better than nobody. That ain't saying, oh, you want somebody to be like Sean. No. One thing about God, he will never allow you to lose what you need for your future. Sean did for me what he was supposed to do for me. He carried me to the point that he was supposed to carry me. Now somebody else is to be tagged in. But the person that is to be tagged in has to be able to cover me and carry me. And that's not about money, but at the same time it is.
It's about money.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not about money, but it's about stability. It's about being spiritually mature enough, emotionally mature enough. Even now, me and Paulette was just talking the other day. And, just sometimes, just in the thick of talking, you may vent. And if I vent to you and all you could tell me is it's going to be all right, I'm irritated. I'm real irritated.
You got this.
Because that's very basic.
Keep your chin up.
And I know somebody may be like, no, that's wrong. No. I need somebody who can calm
the storm.
me. I need somebody who has the language for my life. And that's beyond it's going to be all right. Keep your head up.
The brighter days ahead.
And I'm telling you, when I get in conversations where I'm sharing something about what I got going on or what I'm carrying or what I'm managing, and that's what somebody tells me, I become instantly irritated. And I always cut the conversation off. And I'd be like, hey, I'll talk to you later. I ain't mean, but they don't even know that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because you don't have the language for me. Who God has for me has language for me that's going to calm me down.
Yeah, Jill Scott said, if you can't tell me what to do, you can't
tell me what to do. It's going to bring peace. It's going to calm me. It's going to reset me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? How I'm spending time with you and I leave out just as heavy. You're not my person.
You're not my person.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
And it's okay.
And I had to learn that, and it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't mean somebody's bad. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. They just don't have what I need. And guess what? I probably don't have what they need.
What
and
God
that's
has
okay.
for me,
And you just have to
it
realize,
is
I'm telling you, one thing that I've learned is I am not the same person. I'm not. What I desire, how I move, the things I value. Like we were talking about when we got started, Desiree was sharing some things with us and we were talking about thoughtfulness. And I was saying, to me, it's not about a gift being expensive. It's about a gift being well thought about. that you've listened to me in conversation and you bought something because of what you listened, or you had some created or made because of conversation. It's thoughtfulness to me. Yeah. It could be my favorite popsicle. It could be, it could be, did I know this your favorite soda? It could be that. Anything. It's not about the expense. It's about the time you took to think through it.
Yeah. Because if you got it, then that ain't no.
Yeah, I just don't want to even, I don't want to be a part of something where somebody don't value you enough to think about how they present something to you.
And I think the thought shows you that they care.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's
that you matter.
Yeah, that you matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we talked about so many different things about navigating seasons of transition, and I do believe age plays a part in how we deal with stuff, because Juna was talking about, like the old her, how she would have handled it versus now. And I think life experiences, we mature, losses. Even when I was saying to her, it was good that I've been afflicted. There was some affliction that made me who I am, that gave me the resilience, that I have. Let me say this too before we end. I was at an event yesterday, and, me and another lady, we just started picking up tables and moving stuff. And there was a man there. He stood up and he was like, no, why do y'all have it? And I mean, you could visibly see he was upset that we walked over there and started carrying this table without telling him. And the lady who I'm carrying the table with, I ain't say nothing, I'm just laughing. She's like, we good. And he was like, no. We was in that table. He was so serious. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And I don't know how we got onto this conversation about women and strength, because she said something about strength, and I said, no. I said, I don't want to be strong. Mm-mm. And I think that's the misconception that people have, is they think because you are that you want to be.
Far
no,
from
this is a response. This is not a choice.
Right. This is what I have to do.
It's what I have to do, or I break down.
Right.
I be crying every day.
Every day.
I'll be unfit to do anything.
Right. You think I want to take the garbage out?
Yeah.
It was maggots on the garbage. Child, you know what? I'm just saying. Like, I don't want to do that. It was so many maggots on the garbage.
From what?
It's hot. It was food in there. You know what I'm saying? And I went to.
You already scared.
I'm already, and I was just like, then I had to go get bleach, and I don't want to do that stuff. I want to be like, hey, I'm going to work. It's maggots on the garbage. I'll see you when we get home. That's what I want to say. But no, instead I had to go inside, get some gloves, get the bleach, get the spray. I don't want to do that. I don't. I want to be in my soft girl era. I don't, and and I know this. I'm saying
no. This is good.
I
want to transition to something else.
I do, but I'm scared that when I get to the opportunity to be soft, I ain't even gonna know how to be soft.
Yeah.
But the right person, hear me, will soften you naturally. I am telling you, I can tell you about relationships that I've been in, just in dating, where somebody like, what you doing? And everything about me is hard. None? Huh? What? No, I'm good. Everything.
What up,
chop, chop. Versus somebody else I dated, I would be like, yeah. Oh no. Let me tell you, when the right man show up, baby.
Well, where you at,
softness is a byproduct of safety.
Okay.
Softness is a byproduct of safety.
I like that.
I don't care how tough you think I am. Listen to me. I will turn into a 7-year-old damsel in distress.
A marshmallow.
All it takes is the right man to let you know I got you. Not by words only,
but by deed.
But by deeds. Actually, show me by your deeds first, and you can undergird your deeds with your words.
Yeah. But Pocketbook almost had me there. He almost had me in my soft girl era. But such is life.
We give people names. But I'm telling you, I'm talking about everybody else that I've talked, like, little dates, little in and out. I'm just, what? No. That everything is just, right. But this one particular person, I was like,
gentle.
I don't know.
What you think?
I'm giggling when the phone ring. I'm looking at the phone like,
getting excited. got 2 heartbeats.
I'm doing all
One
of that.
up, one lower.
So that's a testament to me. Is that's because and when Paulette asked me about that, what was the word I always use? I felt safe.
I felt safe.
I did.
I felt
And
safe.
so I've learned safety produces softness.
I like
So
that.
that ain't nothing you got to do. When the right man come along and he operating in his masculine energy and he is not intimidated by you.
Mm-hmm.
He's not intimidated by what you got. He's not intimidated by your intellect. He's not intimidated by your success. And he can stand 10 toes down and be a man and check you.
Ooh.
And
I
check
tell you, I
you.
want to be checked so bad.
Your voice gonna lower. It's gonna go up an octave,
You're-
but get softer. I mean,
All at
I'm
the
telling
same
you,
time.
submission, everything just happens
Right.
naturally. I'm telling you, but it's about the person. So yeah, but it's coming. It's coming. So Juna, give us our question of the week.
What lessons did you learn during your last season of transition that you will take into your next?
Well, I guess y'all see what we learned because everybody was toe up
What?
and choking and swallowing and having
Crackling.
to stop and was it.
What to be?
All right, so y'all see. So we will continue the conversation after the conversation on all of our social media pages. So follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Her Lounge Podcast. See y'all. Peace.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.